Alright, so I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to do a character review. Because, if you want to find a Mortal Kombat review, I'm still going to do it, but if you want to do a review for any particular game, you can find them all over the place, man. So I'm going to try something a little different. We got Subzero. I'm going to set up video from Subzero from every game. So from Mortal Kombat 1 to Mortal Kombat DC, fatalities and all that good stuff. Pretty comprehensive review. I picked Subzero because it gives an inclination of just about every game. Now when reviewing Subzero, you got to take into account that the original Subzero was really only in one game. I mean, he makes an appearance in the home version of Ultimate and the Mortal Kombat trilogy, but for every other game, it was his little brother that received. So take that into account. I'm not really going to discuss the story of Subzero as much as I am just to review him as a character, because I'm going to show the endings anyway, and I'll show the ending for the original Subzero at the beginning. So I'll show two endings, the Ultimate ending and the Mortal Kombat 1 ending. And keeping in mind that all the other endings are going to be based on the brothers of there.
The battle is finished. Your quest for vengeance is over, Scorpion. You cannot kill a dead man. You have defeated my physical form, but my soul is eternal. You will pay for the massacre of my clan and family. Subzero, what you were before you will serve my purpose as well. I serve no one, not the Lin Kuei, and not you. Scorpion, you're going to fight for us. In exchange for freedom from another realm, but you had no intention of fulfilling. By killing him, you saved us the trouble. Both you and Scorpion will be honest the shock. Scorpion! Our battle is finished. You are now free from my curse. Go well and Kuei warrior. After defeating the deadly alliance, Subzero returned to the new temple of the Lin Kuei with the civilians you've been just promised. A short time later, I visited the temple to commend him for his victory in our world and to express my gratitude for all his assistance. With Subzero now the Grand Master of the Lin Kuei, Earth realm will be well protected.
On his way to the rendezvous point with Raiden and the others, Subzero was ambushed by a band of Tarkatan warriors in the living forest. He tried to outrun them, but there were too many. He was quickly surrounded. Subzero decided that his last living deed would be to vanquish as many of these barbarians as he could before he succumbed to death. As Subzero began his attack, he felt his armor speak to him. It guided and strengthened each blow as he broke their limbs and crushed their skulls. At his feet, A dying Tarkatan warrior uttered the word, "Long live the Dragon King."
The Dragon Medallion, having amplified the godlike power granted him by his victory over Blade, Subzero was no longer a mere warrior, but an ice god. He was, however, a false god. He had become a deity without the consent of the Elder Gods, who sent their champions to hunt him down and destroy him.
Fighting alongside the forces of light during the World Merge crisis, Subzero came to a realization. He was no longer the assassin he had been, nor was he comfortable among the self-proclaimed defenders of Earthrealm. Inspired by one of the invaders, Subzero decided he would work for the good of the realm, but on his own terms. He would be a mostly solitary figure, blending in with the dark and the cold. Subzero left the Lin Kuei and donned a new costume befitting this new endeavor. But the Lin Kuei did not tolerate desertion, as he will soon discover.
Also, I think most people know story-wise, the original Subzero winds up becoming New Cyborg. But just like I said, it's more of a character review and not so much a story review. I'm going to leave New Cyborg for a separate video later. So this is just going to be about Subzero, the character. Subzero is one of my favorite characters. His freeze was introduced in the first game, which was amazing to me. But not only the freeze, but his head was fatality. Everybody remembers that. That was like the best fatality in the game. The freeze would allow for a good cheap hit. Scorpion had his spear, but I don't know. I like ice characters. I also like glaciers from like Killer Instinct. So I like those types of characters that kind of gravitate towards him. So Subzero was a natural fit for me right off from the beginning. And like I said, one of the best fatalities in the game. I'm going to show his fatalities right now, spanning from Mortal Kombat 1 all the way to Mortal Kombat 2.
Subzero, win. Fatality. Fatality. Subzero wins. Fatality. Subzero wins. Fatality. Fatality.
Yeah, so there's some awesome stuff going on there with his fatalities. And even Mortal Kombat vs. DC, even though the lack of blood and gore and whatnot, he still had some decent fatalities, basic kind of shatters, basic stuff. Also, he had some awesome special moves. They revolved around like sliding and whatnot, but they changed. They had various versions, especially from the first game all the way till now. So I'm actually going to show all his special moves from every game. Check that out. Yeah, so with all his special moves, you can get some real good stuff going with Subzero, especially in later games. I don't think you're going to find anybody to argue that he's one of the most popular characters. He's certainly my favorite character. He's right up there with Scorpion as far as popularity. Maybe Scorpion got an edge, but he's my favorite character. And he's a very tricky character. If you get real good with him, you're going to see some real good things happen for you as far as fighting other things. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. He's my favorite character. I think most people would think that's a fair score for one of the most iconic characters in video game history. Also, I tend to review other characters too, so if there's anybody in particular you would like to see in a compilation like this during the video game appearances, then be sure to let me know, and I'll take into consideration who I request the most, and I'll do them first, and then work my way down the line. So yeah, let me know what you think.